How you doing, Duff here? Happy Sunday to you. I am back at the golf course. I enjoyed it so much. Was that last weekend or 2 weekends ago? I don't remember. I enjoyed it so much the last time I was here, I decided to do it again. I am here with the S18, and I don't know that you can see the OneWheel XR is hiding out down there. Gonna ride both devices and see which one's more fun in this environment. We'll see. I expect them both to be fun, but we'll see if one has an advantage over the other. Okay, first up's going to be the OneWheel. Decided I'll wear just the skater helmet for the OneWheel ride. It's going to be lower speed. And test 1, 2. Okay, great. Let's extend you out there. I'm not sure if I ever filmed. You're on the Insta360 in case you guys can't tell. I'm not sure that I ever filmed the OneWheel on my Insta360. Maybe I did, but if I did, I don't recall it right this second. I'm anticipating this to be a lot of fun on the XR. You know, all the twists and little rises and valleys. I think this is going to be a good time. So let's see what's new and exciting. I have been continuing to get the ripples from the 2 commentary videos I did in the last month. You know, the one about Yoshi and his crash and his RC car driving while riding his Monster Pro. Gotten a lot of feedback on that. The most comments I've gotten on an EUC video in a long time. Over 230, I think. And again, just like I mentioned last time, they are surprisingly, overwhelmingly in the camp that they are not happy about glorifying irresponsible riding, basically, in the EUC community. And I expected to have some people that agree with me, but I did not expect it to be overwhelming like it has been. It's crazy. I mean, it might be more than 95% of the commentary is yeah, me too. I feel in a similar manner after watching that. Oh, yeah, this is great. I really want to get Cindy out here on one of her things. I don't know. I guess she could ride the Mini Pro or the Dualtron maybe. This is great, man. This is so nice. Nobody here. Couldn't ask for much more. And the other commentary video I did talking about Nero and his mostly sarcastic video about me. That was all. I still am a little bit confused about why that even came to be, but like I said back then, it's fine. It's still fine. It's a free country. Make a video about whatever you want to make a video about. Just doesn't mean that I have to understand it or endorse it, but whatever. I have some work ahead of me on my veteran Sherman. I have sitting at home in a box the new wider rim for the Sherman, along with the slightly higher pedal hangers. And I have had for a long time the knobby tire sitting in another box. So at some point, I am going to tackle swapping out the rim on my Sherman and at the same time putting the knobby tire on. So that will be quite the adventure. I probably will wait until I give myself a long weekend to tackle that job because I do not expect it to be completed quickly. And of course I have some hesitation about doing this. I'm generally speaking, I'm normally if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of guy. My Sherman is definitely not broke. It's running great. Road tire has been just fine for me. But I still would like to put the longer rim or the wider rim on there. I think it'll seat the tire better. It'll probably make the slight wobble that I have less of an issue. You know, the back and forth wobble that a lot of Sherman owners have. So yeah, that's coming in the future. I just need to muster up the time and the motivation to do it. This is so great. I'm trying to remember how I got to the other side last week or 2 weeks ago. I don't know, how long ago was it that I rode the golf course? I think it was 2 weeks, right? Yeah, that's right. I didn't get to ride at all last weekend. That's right. So yeah, it has been 2 weeks. Time flies when you're having fun. Even when you're not having fun, time flies sometimes. I've noticed that. This week on Wednesday, I get my second COVID vaccine shot, my second Moderna shot. So I am already, based on other people I've talked to, seems like the majority of them have had a pretty significant reaction to the second Moderna shot. And in some ways that's kind of a good thing, because what I've heard is the more severe your reaction, that's usually indicative of having a strong immune system. You're having a strong immune reaction to the vaccine. So generally speaking, I believe I do have a pretty strong immune system. So I am already bracing myself to feel like shit for a day or two. That's fine. And with the CDC announcement that basically they gave people that have that are fully vaccinated a hall pass, basically saying, hey, you get fully vaccinated, you're good to go. You know, basically life is almost normal if you're fully vaccinated. So looking forward to gaining that status. I still haven't found my way back to the other side of the course. Should I try to do a slide stop on the XR? I probably should, right? People were saying my slide stopping on the Pint wasn't quite legitimate because I had simple stop enabled, you know. So let's see if I can do it on the XR. I did not put my float plates on, which would be the ideal way to do this. That was a little tentative. So I'm going to come at you with some more speed. Not that good. There wasn't a whole lot of sliding going on there. Okay. Not ideal, but I can do it, sort of. Found my way to the back half of the course here. And we got a vehicle. And we crossed with room to spare. Speaking of room to spare, this morning while I was eating my breakfast, I hopped on my YouTube feed and I saw a video from Sean in New York City, and it was a video covering a alley race, the first ever, I think they called it an alley race. It's a race in New York City where they had 5 or 6 checkpoints, and basically there was no restrictions on how you get to those checkpoints. You just had to hit all the checkpoints and reach the finish line in as short a time as possible. So I clicked on the video knowing already what I was going to see. which was tons and tons and tons of crazy and dangerous riding. I don't know how many near misses I saw just in Sean's footage, including Law almost got obliterated by a vehicle. Just missed him, luckily. And who knows what other stuff went on. I'm sure there's tons and tons of stuff like that. And, you know, in a way I feel like a hypocrite because, you know, dangerous riding is dangerous riding. Whether you're doing it on the East Coast, West Coast, South, North, Timbuktu, China, whatever. You know, but at this point, you know, and it's funny that New York City riders kind of just get a hall pass because that's the way that the streets are in New York City. They've always been that way. You know, with bicycle messengers, you know, prior to EUCs, bicycle messengers have ridden in a very similar fashion for forever in New York City. So it's the way it is. So is it dangerous? Is it crazy? Is there a possibility for people getting hurt? Do other people get hurt from these riders? Yes, they do. It just doesn't get publicized, but yeah. There's definitely incidents where they hit vehicles, pedestrians, bike riders, and that's just part of what you get if you want to ride in that environment, I guess. So yeah, it was interesting, I guess, to see the strategies taken and what was going on, but it's just it's not for me. And I think the most negative thing about it is a lot of people see that kind of riding from riders in urban environments, and then they mimic it in non-urban environments or environments where that isn't the norm. You know, so. But whatever, man. I'm kind of sick of getting up on my soapbox. The bottom line is people are going to do what they're going to do, and you know, they have to deal with the consequences of their actions, I guess. And if they're fortunate and they are able to avoid serious incidents while riding, I guess there's not a consequence. But when that consequence does come, hopefully people are ready to pay it, because that's always been a big bugaboo for me, is people that are not willing to own up to the consequences for their actions. You know, it's easier just to ignore them. Okay, so I am heading back to the truck. I'm back over on the first side of the course. Going to head back to the truck and swap out the OneWheel for the S18. I am very curious how the S18 is going to feel compared to when I was here in the V11. I remember commenting that certain sections felt like the S18 would be doing a better job. The suspension on the S18 would be doing a better job. So I would like to verify that theory with actual hard riding data. This course is great. This is great for like knocking the rust off my OneWheel skills, which admittedly have never been stellar in the first place, but this really tests your ability to adapt to different angles and terrain here, for sure. It's great. Did I say it was great? Yeah, I think I did. It's still great. Huh. I don't remember traversing this section when I was here before. There's a road that leads off of a main road. I'm not even sure what that road is behind me. So somehow I am exploring something that I missed the first time. Super cool. Have tennis courts back here, which again, they don't look like they've been used very much, but yeah, 2 courts. Huh. Crazy. I'm approaching the truck from a different direction. Let's try to do one more slide stop. What do you say? Not quite the effect I was looking for, but it is a quick way to dismount for sure. Okay, I switched to my full face for this. Oh, here we go again. I've got this weird behavior with my S18 where when I turn it on for like the first minute or so, it feels like it's just it's like rocking back and forth, almost like it's calibrating itself. I don't know. It's been going on for a little while. I've just been dealing with it, but it was just going through that cycle. Still feel like my toes are pointed down a little bit more than normal. But here we go. Let's see how the S18 feels. I saw there was a post this week about someone that dumped it on his S18, cut out on him. Heavier rider, I think he was doing in the mid-20s, something like that. I think he said 26. Cut out on him. And yeah, if you're a heavier rider, a heavier aggressive rider, and the S18 is, you know, in the lower half of a battery pack, or, you know, even maybe more than that, you got to be careful. It is not that hard to overpower this wheel. So luckily, you know, the way that I ride, when I'm going, you know, 26 miles an hour in S18, I'm just going. I'm not doing a hard acceleration. I'm not doing anything that would ask the wheel to extend itself when it's already carrying me at that type of speed. So yeah, it still feels like it's rocking on me. Huh. Very strange. I know some other people have reported this as well. I'm at the current firmware level, but it is, I don't know, maybe I need to do a recalibration. It's rideable, but it's just weird as I can feel the pedal angle subtly changing under my feet right now. But I can report that at least so far I do notice a slight improvement in the suspension characteristics on the S18 versus the V11 in this terrain. I really need to get out in the grass because that's where I was really feeling the bumps in the V11. Okay, we're up in the remains of a green again, which is no longer distinguishable as such. Cruising right down the middle of the old fairway. Oh, there was a strong bump. That was a strong one. But with all the little micro bumps here, the S18 suspension is making it a little bit, whoa, another big one, making it a little bit easier on me. Oh, I forgot to mention this news. I saw this yesterday. Evidently there was a fire at EUCO. I haven't seen any details. Some people are jumping to the conclusion that another Gotway wheel went up in smoke. I do not know. I do not know the severity of the damage. I saw the news report, and it looked like there was, it looked like a lot of damage to me. Someone, I think they might work at EUCO, said that I guess they didn't have a whole lot of stock right now with wheels, so I guess it could have been worse, but I have not heard details. But can you imagine if they come back and say, oh yeah, this Bugatti wheel started the fire? Oh boy, that would not be good. But luckily, you know, no one was hurt, no injuries or anything like that, so that's the positive thing. But still, that's a scary situation. So when I started off the video, I said that, you know, part of the reason for this is to compare which vehicle is more fun to ride in this environment. And I can tell you so far that the OneWheel is winning. And those of you that know me would not be surprised by this. I've always said the OneWheel is more fun to ride, but this is just sort of confirming it. Can I ride this course faster on the EUC? Significantly faster? Yes. Am I able to handle the terrain better because of the suspension and the bigger diameter tire? Any EUC would handle this probably better than a OneWheel. Yes, I can. Can I ride a lot more laps on this course because of the bigger battery in the EUC? Yes, I can. Do I find the actual interaction of riding and the act of riding the EUC to be more fun than the OneWheel? No, I do not. Although I do want to do a jump. I kind of find one of these spots. There's a couple spots where there's a pretty decent ledge to roll off of. I do want to do that on the S18 once I find one of those spots. You know, I haven't put my aerial skills to the test for a long time, so it's about time, don't you think? And when I refer to my aerial skills, I'm referring to my lack of them, just to be clear. I don't think I can do this. Not with this outfit on. Oh boy. No. I had visions of climbing all the way to the top. Then I had visions of falling off. And I didn't like that vision. If you can see, like that tree there, its angle. This tree here, you can see is at an angle. This is leftover hurricane results. A lot of crooked trees. You can tell which way the wind was blowing. There's a nice little drop. Jesus.
Extreme.
Never saw me do that before, did you?
Extreme.
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 S18 suspension did a great job of eating up the impact on those. Really did. We'll cut that out. All right, guys, I'm back at the truck. Fun little ride. Definitely fun. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me. The question I posed at the beginning of the video, which is more fun in this environment? I still think the OneWheel is more fun for me, but the S18 is a lot of fun as well. It's not like the S18 is not fun. And as expected, the suspension, the S18 did perform a little better than the V11 in this environment, so I'm not surprised by that either. So that's all I have, guys. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. If you like my No Skill Zombie Rider shirt, hey, you can get one of those in the store at EUCArmy.com. This channel also has membership, which you can find more about by hitting the join button down below. And of course, I encourage you to become a subscriber to the channel. And if you're going to subscribe, you can always hit the notify bell, which is over there somewhere. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. I'm going to do my best to make sure I do. And that's all for now. Till next time, talk to you now.